comes a time when you play any game in which you need to make a choice, be it character, or in this case, we're talking about Splatoon today, as usual, weapons, where you kind of decide what weapon you want to play. And, there could be various reasons for that. You could be pursuing top tiers because they're good, you could be pursuing them because they're good and they're fun and they're strong. Or you could probably be sort of weird like me and be playing Undercover Brella, a weapon that is indisputably considered bottom tier by a majority of the community, competitive and even casual alike. Pretty much everyone says, wow, this weapon class is terrible. Wow, this weapon's terrible. How do you kill? How does it do anything? So the question remains, especially for the people who have been tuning into my Twitch streams for the past week or two, give or take, Keen, why are you playing Undercover Brella? And, there's not really a simple answer for that, but I will say, historically speaking, I've had a history with the weapon class. I made it a personal goal back in Splatoon 2 to get top 500 with every single variant of Brella, which meant, all 3 undercovers, 2 normal Brellas, and all 3 tents. And among the hardest to get top 500 back then was easily Vanilla Undercover in Splatoon 2, which had Ink Mine similar to this one, ain't even. Since Ink Mine hasn't really changed between games. And it had Splashdown back then. Granted, by the end game, it was a 170 Splashdown, and in this game it's Reef Slider. And Reef Slider is a massive upgrade from Splashdown, through having full invincibility, being able to travel, not simply going up and down. It's straight upgrade. Even now, only 6 months into the game, it's been patched significantly. In the sense that its hitbox has been made bigger, it paints better. The Sour Spot of Splashdown back in Splatoon 2 peaked at 55 damage. But in this game, Reef Slider does 70. So, 15 damage, obviously that matters, but, to what degree? And the answer is, it makes it a lot more fun, even if this weapon is terrible, which it is. And I would know that, because I'm halfway to 5-star at this point. I can tell you firsthand, as someone who's accomplished, getting top 500 with this dinky bad weapon in Splatoon 2 multiple times. This kit is not good, but Ink Mine and the main weapon's damage values combo off Reef Slider a lot more effectively than Vanilla Undercover ever did in Splatoon 2. So, for me, it's sort of been a fun mix, right? Where it's a challenge, obviously, because you're playing a weapon that sucks. That's just objective, that's facts. But there's sort of, that twisted fun that comes from picking a bottom tier, because when you succeed, it's the sort of thing where it's wow, you really shouldn't be getting away with this. But that's, part of the fun of it, I think one of the most difficult things about picking Undercover right now, especially because I'm trying to grind an X rank, if I want to win in series, it'll be much easier. I can maintain consistent win rates and all that there, but it's not really, difficult or whatever compared to X by comparison. I think one of the most difficult things is because of how X matchmakes in this game. I talk about the mirroring, I talk about it a lot in my stream. Basically, weapons are divided into their own categories, and Undercover's category consists of pretty much itself the rollers, Octobrush, Inkbrush, and Wiper. And, I throw around the word unwinnable a lot when I stream. Talking about Undercover versus Stamper and Wiper. I mean that to the fullest extent. Those matchups are, fully unwinnable if your opponent is, actually abusing and understanding why your weapon is bad. So it sounds like a lot of suffering, right? Why would you even? But honestly, it's just fun. I do have the competitive history in this game. I've won Nintendo tournaments. I've gotten prizes. Heck, even yesterday I got a Splatoon 3 pouch. Forgot the name off the top of my head. In the mail yesterday from one of the tournaments back in February, January, something like that. So it's really the question, okay, why are you playing a bottom tier right now in solo queue? The answer is, I don't really have anything in particular I'm working toward in terms of, a team or grinding with a set of people. I don't have that right now. So I think it's a really fun time. Just, sort of challenging myself to sort of look at last patch and see Reef Slider get that buff and kind of, squint at it and be yeah, the weapon still sucks, but it sounds kind of fun. And it is, I'm throwing this, one game in the background, something in particular, there's, interactions that seem borderline unwinnable, and then there's ones that are really funny. Yeah, it's just been really a lot of fun. I've had people ask, oh, Keen, are you good? Why are you on Undercover? What's the deal here? And really, it's just been fun. I've had my fun, grinding top tiers in this game. I like them. Wiper's fun, Stamper's really fun. I got 5-star on that. But sometimes it's really fun to just challenge yourself in, like, wacky ways. So that's kind of what this has been for me. It's been fun, trying to, like, get better at Reslider, to be smarter about it, to catch people off guard, to, minimize the parts where it feels like a suicide button, and then to, like, maximize the opportunities, where you get multi-kills off of it. Like, that's fun. That's cool. Especially now, because there aren't many Resliders. It's Dapple, this, and Tetra, if I'm not mistaken. So, it's funny. It's quirky. I have had tweets. There are downsides about this weapon. Obviously the weapon isn't good, but I mean downsides, like, beyond, just playing the game. In X rank, you get a lot of hate. Like, a lot of hate. And when I say hate, I mean, like, people will, like, block you and send you friend requests to, like, indicate I am blocking you because they're mad about the fact you're picking Undercover. And that's kind of goofy. I remember this game ends on a goofy note. Because, we're getting locked in spawn, and you'll see. I believe the Dynamo dies first. Yeah, and I think another one goes down. The bucket, maybe? I forget. The boat dies, yeah. Reslider on some maps can, like, insta-cap. If you have special power, it expands the list of maps you can do that on. It's funny. It's entertaining. So yeah, I don't know. That's kind of just, like, my train of thought about picking Undercover. There's not really any, deep reasoning behind it. I'm simply not grinding for anything. So, why not pick the bottom tier and have fun with it? It was my favorite weapon class in 2. The whole Brella family, basically. So it's pretty much just, an opportunity to be like, hey, let's do this. It'll be painful. It'll be hard to fight all these weapons in X. We might not have the best XP. Though, honestly, it's been okay. Like, even in Japan solo, I think we're, like, averaging, like, 24, 25, which is not terrible for a little bottom tier. But yeah, it's been fun. That's kind of it for this video. I kind of wanted to just, throw it out there for the YouTube, because, people who go to the stream site, they know I'm playing Undercover, or if they've known me long enough. But, if you're new and you're wondering, like, why on the bottom tier, for fun. That's the short answer, yeah. And yeah, that's all I really got. If you want to see Wunder gameplay / Brella gameplay / whatever the heck I end up doing, subscribe. Yeah, I don't really, this is unscripted, I'm kind of just talking, so thank you for watching. I will see you next video, hopefully. Have a good one.